Today on the Lienwood Files, we talk with Dustin Owen and how we are both changing the game in the name of mortgage events. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lienwood Files, a MortgageCon podcast. We are your hosts, Joe Motowidlak and
Roberto Martinez.
And today, I'm a little nervous, guys. I am joined by one of the top podcasters in the mortgage industry, Mr. Dustin Owen. D.O. is in the house. What's up, Dustin? How are you?
I'm doing fabulous, Joe. How you doing today? Roberto, great to see you.
You as well, again?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. We probably live 20 minutes away from each other, but we choose to do this via Riverside.
You know, we could have just gone down the street and see it, but like just for continuity purposes, we figured we would do this. I think that maybe when we make an appearance on yours, we'll come to see you, so that way it's in person type thing.
Yeah, 1,000%. No, look, this works great for me. But I did find it a little bit ironic. I'm like, cue Alanis Morissette. Isn't ironic?
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole irony about that song, but that's another podcast.
So
it's not ironic.
It's not ironic. So Dio, listen, so you have this will be your third time back at MortgageCon, right?
Yes.
You were there first time on the main stage 2025. Last year, you ended up winning the duel on leadership. So congratulations to that as well. This year, you're breaking the mold. You're following in the footsteps of Rebecca Richardson, because Rebecca is kind of our guinea pig too as well, where you're doing a new breakout session. So we're super excited for you to go ahead and do that for us. But I want to hear about your first impression of MortgageCon when you walked into that soundstage on the first day in 2025.
Oh, blown away. You've probably heard me say this over and over again, but I still call it the coolest mortgage sales event of the year. Every year, there's not one cooler. Like, I'm doing an event, it won't be as cool as yours. Now, I'm doing something that is equally as adventurous and equally as unique, right? Like, we're doing it on a cruise ship.
Yep.
But I still think Universal Studios Orlando in February, a private sound stage, and then the things that you do, including the parks, right? Universal and including Islands of Adventure. No, it is by far the coolest event of the year. One of the events I look forward to year in, year out.
Well, thank you. I think, we tried to do things differently, and I think we have succeeded going to year 4.
Do you remember the Dustin Owen graphics on the temple?
I do remember.
And then him as a gladiator?
Yeah, I do.
That was last year. Yeah, Roberto, you did that? Was that your doing?
It was mostly you, because you had to be my muse.
Oh, well, but it was pretty cool because it wasn't just me. It was every speaker that spoke before they came up. They had this medieval themed video of them doing something badass or conquery. And I know it was you in the studio playing with your technology, using our likeness. But yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what's in store for this year.
There's a secret to that, and you helped a lot because of all your thumbnails of your podcast in Google, and that's what you're supposed to use. A lot of people try to do smiley pictures, but that's another podcast as well.
I think you're a wealth and depth of information that we could just sit there and pick, especially from a marketing standpoint.
Tech has changed, though. Tech has changed since then.
I mean, if you think about the AI that we used for Cindy and the loans that first year compared to last year, and then this year, it's going to be game changing what we're about to do, because we're bringing in
holograms coming out. That's I need to know.
I was just going to mention that.
I don't know if the hologram is going to make it this year, because I think we're going to have live actors, to be honest with you. So it's going to be, yeah. So we're, this is murder mystery. So we gotta do it up, and you gotta feel like you're in it. So it's got to be real physical people this year, which I'm excited about. So,
okay. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but you're going to incorporate murder mystery into a mortgage sales event.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hope.
I'm stoked. I'm going to throw this out there. What I also love about your event is that we're in the soundstage. Like you have to be, if you're going to this event, you have to be very intentional, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're there and you're all in. So what you notice, the people who are also there, they're also all in, which then means the speakers are all in because they're not speaking to a half empty auditorium because people are in the hallways, they're on their phones, they're locking loans. It's like, no, when we're here, we're here. But you all also do it in a manner that there are plenty of breaks and you're not asking me to be someplace for 9, 10 hours uninterrupted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we
I'm
feed
assuming that's
you.
going to continue.
I'm sorry.
Is that going to continue?
Oh yeah, completely.
Okay.
And I was just talking about this with somebody earlier today. Is part of the what I think the recipe is not only do we not put people on stage for an hour and a half a time or anything like that, so it's quick and it's rotating and it keeps people's attention, but we're also think of it this way. Think of it like a dark ride at Disney, right? When you're riding the Haunted Mansion, everything in back of you is a black wall, but they're directing you as far as where you want to see. So we're directing the people where we want them to be there and what they want to see at any given time. So we know that we have their attention. So while the soundstage is happening, nothing else is going on. There's no trade show that's happening or anything like that. We really want people to be immersed in that experience in particular, so we don't schedule anything else. So that's why it's kind of like a ride. Like I like that little meme from Jurassic Park when John Hammond, like they're on the little ride that's going around and they try to lift the lap bar and he's like, it's kind of like a ride. That's what I picture MortgageCon to be. We're
Okay.
giving you a full experience from beginning to end.
Nice.
So I want to talk about your event coming up, which we are very happy to be First Mate sponsors of, to be on there with
We're
you.
very grateful.
And listen, like guys, in my mind, there's no competition. There's no anything. If anybody wants to go out there and do something cool in order to help change this industry, awesome. That's exactly what it should be, and to work together in order to shape it into a better future, right? You guys are doing yours first time ever on a cruise ship, on the largest cruise ship in the world. So TLOP Unite 2026, sailing out of Canaveral, September 14th through the 18th. Um, Tell me about it. Tell me what brought the idea upon, and why you feel like that this is something that's super cool, because it is.
Well, so first I want to recognize what you recognize, which is we're all in this for all of us, right? All of
Mm-hmm.
us is the future of mortgage lending. All of us is borrowers, it's referral partners, it's collectively coming together so we can become better as an industry, which allows us to serve our referral partners and our borrowers at a much higher level. And
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting, when I put this on, I obviously wanted to be cognizant of one of the coolest events that happened of the year, which is MortgageCon. So I knew I wasn't going to do it in February, although quite honestly, February is a great time to go on a cruise because it's
Yeah.
freaking cold everywhere else. But I was even very cognizant of, hey, what were my friends at Sales Mastery or Momentum Builder going to be doing? And hey, when's AIM Fuse happening? Right? Like I was very cognizant of that, and we made sure that we didn't find dates that were also at the dates that other people were doing, because we want to give the most amount of people the most amount of opportunities to network, mastermind, and grow within the industry with their peers. So that said, I've been a conference goer for 20 years. I will tell you my involvement in the trade organizations, whether it's FAMP, whether it's MBA, et cetera, and my ability to pay some money to travel has been instrumental to my business. Like I am better because of these events. I'm better because of these organizations. But
Yeah.
after 20 years of doing it, you know what I've learned? I have learned that the most value happens between 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. The most value happens at lunch or at the bar. It happens on a bathroom break. Meaning it happens because I'm meeting other people who are just as serious about their careers as I am,
Mm-hmm.
and we're sharing best practices. Sometimes we're even, crying about the same frustrations, but even that misery loves company. And that helps me learn it's not just me, it's other people too, which means I'm not unique. This is something the industry faces. I just need to become better or learn how to get better. So we did a cruise because I didn't want it to be 3 solid days of 8 to 10 hours of speakers speaking at you. I wanted it to be about the sunset sail away mixer. I wanted to give people an opportunity to go to the Bahamas for the day. Like get off the boat and like go relax. Hopefully you relax and you let loose with people that you don't know yet that are going
Mm-hmm.
to become your new friend in the industry. I
Mm-hmm.
then wanted to do like a private beach bash and but at the same time open it up to where in the mornings we have breakout sessions and in the evening and afternoons we have networking opportunities. We will do our industry's first ever sales summit at sea. We'll have one day with top producers and influential people coaching and speaking from the main stage, and then we'll blow it out with a big party. But what I wanted to be more about was the networking and the masterminding and the people and the experience, because after 20 years of going to conferences, like it's the friends I've made, it's the relationships I've developed, it's the ideas I've shared that ultimately have made me way more money than the speakers on stage ever did. And this is coming from a speaker on stage, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I speak on stage at many of these places. And don't get me wrong, I have learned a lot from speakers too. So that was the idea. And I also wanted to make it affordable, right? And a cruise is extremely affordable. Like my company won't make any money on this. Just like I know your company doesn't make money on MortgageCon, and any
Mm-hmm.
money you make, you give back to a charity. On
Mm-hmm.
my goal was if I can not lose money, but create an event that first year is 150, next year is going to be 300 people, then could this not be something we as an industry just look forward to? And then it becomes more of like a family reunion than it does a typical sales conference. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing. That's what we're going for. And thank you for even asking.
Yeah. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head, and it's the same thing we try to do at MortgageCon, right? Is the connections and the networking and the ability in order to connect with people in a setting that's outside of the norm, right, is where the true value is. So you're doing it on a cruise ship. We do it while you're waiting in line for a ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's the same mentality, and I feel like that it's just as valuable in the two different settings that we do.
Or like
Yep.
he said, just going to the bathroom
I
and
Yeah.
meeting
I,
someone there.
I mean, it truly is. I mean, I'm thinking about, the walk back from when you all had reserved a part of Islands of Adventure only to us, right? We were in
Mhm.
Harry Potter land. Only MortgageCon people were there, but it was my walk back with Jamie Miller and John Tallinger. Like that 20-minute walk was like one of the most powerful, influential walks that I probably could have taken.
Mhm.
Um, I go to the event because events like yours attract some of the who's who, some of the most influential people, some of the top producers, right? Like I would have never known James and Travis, the mortgage dads. They knew of me and I knew of them because we
Mhm.
both have pretty decent followings on social. But
Yeah.
because of your event, I'm able to go there. Well, now I can be like, oh no, those guys are my friends. Like I know I can pick up the phone and call them. Why? We hung out at lunch. At lunch, I went and sat next to them, or they sat next to me, and for 40 minutes we just broke bread and talked shop. And then, but two dudes who live in, I think they're in Idaho, and I'm in Florida, now
Mhm.
have this relationship. And by the way, those guys were just at Neil Dinger's event last week. Well, guess
Mhm.
what? I couldn't attend Neil's event, but you know what I can do? Pick up the phone and be like, hey guys, would you mind sharing your notes? What'd you learn? Right? So you can't do that unless you go to events like MortgageCon.
Mhm. It's we look forward to more of that type thing, and we're excited to put some of your TLAP coaches on stage again. Besides you, Rebecca will be back doing a breakout, and then we're bringing Gwen Swain to do a 30-minute session on the stage too.
Bam,
So we're
bam.
we're super
Yes.
excited. Yep.
The I
She's a
feel like
badass.
she is amazing. The world has to know more Gwen Swain. Thank you for that. That is freaking amazing. She
Yep.
is, yeah.
So gonna be a good lineup this year. So And we got to mention, you guys are sponsoring the podcast station again this year, right? So we
We
have
will
our
be there podcasting from the event. Shout out MortgageCon 2027. Yes.
Yep. So we do not know what it's going to look like this year. We know last year we were in a medieval yurt,
Yep.
but we have our first decor meeting to see where we're ending up later this week. So it should be interesting, but I know it will be just as cool, whatever it is. So
Hey,
I'm still imagining the medieval place.
yeah.
yeah, I was going to say, you all allowed us for the first time ever to podcast out of a yurt, right? Out of a freaking yurt. It was awesome. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go to the YouTube channel, type in TLOP into YouTube or the Launcher Podcast. I have an episode with Neil, with James and Travis, one with Amanda Callaghan, and also one with your keynote speaker.
Yeah, we had Charlie. Charlie's coming back
Yes.
this year too. So
Yes, with Charlie. So you can actually see the type of setup. And imagine if that's just the podcast setup, imagine what the rest of the event looks and feels like.
yeah, it's going to be epic.
It is.
Yep. So
Well, I can't wait. And I'll tease a little bit. I have a feeling the audience, when they come to MortgageCon, they're going to be hearing me say a lot that sounds like this: fire the loan officer inside of you. Fire them. Retire them. Let's go ahead and put them down. It's time for them to go off into loan officer heaven. And we want to birth, we want to blossom, we want to launch the mortgage operator.
heck
So
yeah.
so we're going to be talking a lot in 2027 specifically, and you'll probably hear it first coming out of MortgageCon, the reason, the rationale, and why you need to fire the loan officer in order to give birth to the mortgage operator.
I'm thinking of a Sade Smooth Operator kind of a soundtrack to
Ooh,
to
she's
his
the
marketing.
smooth
Yeah.
operator. Yeah.
Oh, but we could probably make a song like that.
Listen, if there's anything we can guarantee is Roberto's going to make another earworm for MortgageCon again this year. So we'll see how that goes. But
MortgageCon.
Yes. See, when we knew John Motowidlak liked it 7 months before, September, the 7th month.
yeah,
Well, technically the 7th month in Gregorian calendar, but it is the 9th month.
yep.
Hence the name Sept. The things I remember about John, when he did exactly what you did in the office in September, months before MortgageCon, I was like, I think we got it.
My freaking team sang that song for weeks. For weeks. We'd be in in a team meeting, and then someone would just bust out MortgageCon. Yeah. Great job.
And that is on YouTube as well as MortgageCon.
With some remixes too at the same time.
Yes. We made quite a few, and some are still waiting to get approved. But
Did you put an EDC beat to it?
well, yes, French Riviera style, which
nice.
is EDM all on its own.
Yeah.
Theo, listen, so thank you for coming on. We can't wait to spend some time with you in the Caribbean in September. I'm assuming cabins are still available. Yes, if people want to get on it.
You know what? Cabins are limited. I think we have something like 7 balcony rooms available and maybe 10 or 12 interior rooms. And what's interesting about our event, it's not like, with MortgageCon, if I can't get into the Hard Rock Hotel, there's 100 hotels around.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work that way on a cruise ship. Like you're either on the boat or you're left at the dock. So yeah, we have somewhere around 17 to 19 total cabins available. You can go to tloponline.com. You're looking for the Unite event. And come hang out with Roberto and Joe. Come hang out with me and the entire TLOP team. Get your learn on, get your fun on, and make some really cool industry friends. That'll be some of the most beneficial and impactful relationships that you could have throughout your entire career. And Roberto and Joe, thanks for having me on. It was great seeing you both.
Absolutely. It was great to have you on. We can't wait to spend some time with you in September and at MortgageCon. So
I was going to say, Dustin and the cruise was not on my bingo card. Now I am excited to see T-Lop and Dustin in Caribbean wear.
There we go.
Hey, I'm pushing my team to allow me to do a Caribbean cowboy Bon Voyage bash. So, Roberto, that would be me in board shorts, a tank top, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat, probably rocking out to the greatest hits of the late 90s, early 2000s.
That's sounds like a good time.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yes. I hope that they get a 90s night. It's always
Yeah.
been an 80s or a 70s night on the ships. But
No.
Anyway, guys, if
All
you
right.
all
Thank
wanna,
you, guys. I appreciate you both.
too. We'll see you
All right.
soon. And guys, if you
Yeah.
want to come and see MortgageCon, head to our website, mortgagecon2027.com, and get your tickets because they're going to sell out. They always do every year. I remind you. But Dio, thanks again. And everybody, we'll
Thanks,
see you
guys.
next time.
Bye.
bye. Bye, Dustin.